Hey guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of KYD Magazine's Fashion Essentials. My name is Kerr, the creator of KYD Magazine, and I would like to thank you for joining us as we are now in Season 2. In today's episode, we have a little chit-chat with model Demi Clarke, and we get to meet Mr. Tyron Kerr, one of the designers behind Kerr and Marcel's Designs. But before we get into that, let's have a little word from our sponsors, the Enchanted Gardens.
Hi guys, my name is Demi Clarke and this is my KYD Magazine Fashion Essentials interview. I am a very goal-oriented person. I'm also family-oriented and I love modeling and I love pageantry and I love to eat. I've been in the fashion industry for 3 years, so I have 3 years experience in modeling, fashion runway, and a year or 2 in pageantry because I did Miss Carnival Queen in 2019 and Miss Supranational in 2020. I've done a numerous amount of photo shoots, video shoots. I did a couple of music videos. I did a TV commercial for Quartz. I don't know if you saw that, but I was there. What else did I do? I am currently doing a short film with GT Networks, and I also did a nice commercial for Gossip Spa. So if you go on the big screen in Vuitton, you can see me. Pageantry and sisterhood. That is, although pageantry, well, it was a competition, but we were able to bond as sisters, and despite it being a competition, we were able to look out for each other, help each other where we needed to go, etc., and build a bond. I believe that the modeling industry is kind of a harsh one if you don't know what you're doing or if you don't have proper guidance. I believe that you need to do a lot of research when interacting with photographers and designers because it comes in handy, because you never know, like somebody would just call you to do a shoot and because you love modeling so much you would just like risk it. Well, I used to go on unpaid gigs all the time because I was like, I love modeling, so I had to do this, but it's not necessary, and I think that's what designers and photographers will take advantage of. So if you don't have proper education when you go into the modeling industry, it will be like dangerous, very dangerous. It happened one time, like I know my pictures be on Instagram, on Facebook, etc. So it happened one time I was in a maxi and I get a text on Instagram and somebody was like, I just saw you. I was like, what? He was like, I just saw you and you stopped out so and so and whatever and you had on this. I was like, I don't even know the person and the person knows me. So I was like, I blocked the person one time. So that's to show how dangerous it is. My greatest challenge is being denied of certain things. Like I would think I would be fit for a certain role, or like I so want to be on Sasha Cosmetics billboard, and I would be like, I need to be there or like, you know, we would message some people and ask them, you know, send in your resume, your model portfolio, and they wouldn't choose you. So I think that's one of my biggest struggles, like being denied. But my message is to never give up and continue trying. I can't cook. I can cook Trini food, nothing else. But my favorite meal is dumpling and stewed lentil. I really like that. And I eat a lot, although I'm skinny. And although I would literally go into a fashion show with KFC and everybody would be watching me like, why she even had that? You're supposed to have salad or some kind of thing, but no. I would eat KFC and then go onto the runway and slay the runway, as usual.
So before you go, Demi, can you show us how a pageant girl waves?
So before pageantry, I knew nothing about this. Although I saw queens doing it, like on TV, but I used to always be like waving like that. Like every time I see my friend, be like, ah! Or like, ah! But pageantry taught me that you just calm it down just a little bit, like major, not just a little bit. So you have your hand like this, and you must keep it like a distance away from your face, so it won't be up. Like if you're taking a picture or anything, it won't be in your face and blocking your money maker. So you have it like a distance away from your face, and you have your hand proper, and you just wave and be like, let the camera and everybody just see you. Beauty. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but bye guys! Thanks for tuning in to KYD Magazine Fashion Essentials interview.
So guys, we're here with the man himself, Mr. Tyron Kerr, one of the designers from Kerr and Marcel Designs. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
You're welcome. Nice to
All
be here.
So tell us, how did this name come about?
Okay, this name came about because Kerr and Marcel Designs, there are two designers, a design duo that came under one label. We merged my surname, which is Tyron Kerr, with my business partner, Kerr and Marcel, and we came up with Kerr and Marcel Designs.
Okay, well, I was today old when I found that out, and I have known these guys for close to 5 or 6 years. All right, so what made you guys decide to, come together and make this dynamic duo?
It's a very funny story actually. We actually went to a wedding expo that was advertised, but we went to see some of the dresses and stuff like that. And we went and we were pretty much underwhelmed by a lot of the cookie cutter wedding dresses that we saw. So then I turned to Marcel and I said, what do you think if we go out and purchase some fabric and try to see if we could better some of those dresses that we saw? And he took up the challenge, and so we went out and we started purchasing fabric, and we got home and we started sketching
And
and
putting them
cutting
together.
and draping. And before we knew it, one gown turned into two, two turned into three, and before we knew it, we had a whole 18-piece collection sitting there. And then a very good friend of mine, Tyron, he mentioned a show called Red Runway, and so we decided, hey, we should look into this. He sent me the info. I contacted Red Runway, and they said, sure, they'll be willing to have a show in their show. And that was the first collection we ever showed, entitled Dare to Say I Do.
Right, and the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
So where does your inspiration come from as a designer?
My inspiration comes from many things, actually. It could be a flower, it could be seeing a fabric, or just being in nature. I think inspiration is all around us.
Is all around us. That is true, because a lot of designers, well, the ones who would have gone to university and stuff like that, they tend to sketch things and then they go find fabric. But with me as well as a designer, I would just look at something and you get an idea, or you go to the fabric store and you see a fabric and it's like, this would look good in a full flare skirt or something like that, and then we build from that. What would you say has been your greatest accomplishment? Because I know you guys had a lot. What would you say has been your greatest accomplishment thus far? And with that, what would you say has been something that really gave you a fight?
Okay, greatest accomplishment thus far would have been in 2018 when we were asked to take part in the Caribbean Style and Culture show that was held in Washington, D.C. And we took part in that show, and we were also nominated for a fashion award.
Oh, congrats.
And we got the award in fashion innovation for 2018. Yes. That was a huge accomplishment, being acknowledged for your hard work,
Yes.
especially international.
Very good.
Yes.
And what has been your greatest challenge thus far?
One of the greatest challenges would be losing my business partner. I actually lost him in August of last year, 2020. That, I would say, is one of the toughest challenges, because now I have to go forth alone and carry the brand Kerr and Marcel forward.
Our condolences. So the name is still going to stay the same. It's not going to change or anything like that.
Yes, for now I think as a tribute to him, I need to keep the name as is. Let that legacy go on.
Okay. And if there's someone there who is a budding designer, or they have this love for fashion, but persons are telling them things like, that doesn't make sense. Don't do that. Go and do something that make like become a doctor or a lawyer. Don't follow those type of dreams. What would you say to somebody like that?
I would tell them to follow your passion. Follow your passion. Once you're passionate about something, pour your all into it. From a very young age, I wanted to be a designer, and I set my sights on it and I went for it. I had a lot of naysayers, people telling me, oh, you can't do it, what you're trying to do. And I set forth to do that. And I fought tooth and nail, and I'm reaping the fruits of my labor.
Very good, very good. So guys, I always say, always believe in yourself and never give up on your dream. I believe that God has deposited into everyone that talent. Sometimes your talent might be cleaning. Sometimes your talent might be singing, dancing, something in the creative field. Whatever your talent is, you know it. If you feed that talent, if you build on it, trust me, sky's the limit for you. how would persons contact you if they want to contact you on social media?
They can contact me on Instagram via Kerr Marcel Designs on Instagram, also Kerr and Marcel Designs on Facebook, and the email is kerrmarceldesigns@gmail.com. You can also contact me on 349-8332.
So thank you so much for joining us. But before you go, random question. Which one you rather? Doubles or aloe pie?
That's a tricky question because I actually love them both.
Final meal before anything.
I would
what would you
probably
say?
say aloe pie because it's a little less messy.
Yeah. And with aloe pie, so aloe pie is kind of like a doubles, but it's just that it has the aloe in it.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's a little bit less messy. So again, thanks for joining us. And we're now going to see some of the designs from Kerr and Marcel Designs. guys, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We invite you to follow us on social media. That is Kirby Young Designs on Instagram. It's kirbyyoung.com. If you go onto our website, you'll be able to see previous issues of KYD magazine. And if you have any suggestions as to who we should interview, who we should meet and get to know, we welcome those. So just leave that name in the comments and we will be sure to reach out to them. Remember to believe in yourself and never give up on your dreams. Kirby Young saying, enough love. Goodbye.